Sports Culture Lab. How can I help you? And back joining us in the studio for Sports Culture Lab is Ki Kim. Ki, hello to you.
Hey, I'm back.
You are back. You like that drawing by Forky?
I love it. And then, if you take a look at closely, then she drew the cap for LG Twins. Thank you. So she drew.
LG?
She drew
that's the color.
Orsaki from Pokemon.
Yes.
And it's really detailed because I still play Pokemon Go, the game, and I look like it's pretty detailed.
And
so
then,
I love it.
And then Ki came in with. I wonder if we could zoom in on this. This isn't. I didn't know he was a really good artist, but he drew me, and it actually looks really like me, and it says, "I'm not North Korean leader." That actually looks like me. I'm a bad artist. He's good. He's really good. I have another thing I want to ask
20
you.
seconds.
Use this.
Yeah.
Can you sign your autograph? I want to know how your autograph looks like. And just on your, you could sign it on your, what is it? Since you're the artist here. Because, depending on because we were talking about the autographs and stuff like that. And depending on the autograph, it tells a lot about the person on the autograph. And what is that? What did you draw? What is that?
So that's my name, Kim Ki-han.
Okay.
And this is, how the music note looks like this?
Yes.
So I love music.
Yes.
And I also have a key.
Oh.
So those two signs combined.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know what it was. We're going to give this to Puyong now. Puyong's going to get a collection of autographs from Arirang people.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, we got a fun topic to talk about today. And then we're going to see, again, how artistic Ki is later on. But table tennis.
Yes.
And it's important that we say table tennis because I heard that ping pong is actually like a name. You know how we use jacuzzi?
So do you know the history behind the ping pong and table tennis?
No.
So table tennis came first.
Yes.
But then because people, no organization recognized because it's table tennis, so they didn't like it.
Yes.
And one American company started selling the rubber ball in
ping
early
pong.
1920. That's called ping pong. And then the bigger company bought ping pong's rights.
There you go.
And then what happened was they didn't allow any official organization to use ping pong, and if anybody uses it, then they have to use the brand or any products from ping pong.
Yeah.
So from I think is in 40 when they started making a table tennis federation. They decided not to go with the ping pong. All the official sports federation or association, they use table tennis instead.
You can't. It's not ping pong. Yeah, it's a brand name basically is what it was. But I think the reason why we're going to talk about this is because recently the Korean doubles team defeated China.
Yes.
China is great at table tennis, right?
Yeah.
And so anytime you have a country or a team, any athlete beating China, it's a big deal here. And again, this is a meaningful victory, all the more because of the two table tennis athletes that won, right? Let's talk about this.
So Im Jong-un and Shin Yu-bin, Biagi, apparently Buyong claiming that she looked like Biagi outside before I came in. Anyways, they won.
Give my autograph back. Give my autograph back.
If you look at the picture, they won World Table Tennis United States Smash. So they just won another one in right before in Ljubljana, and they won again in Los Angeles about a week ago.
Okay.
And they beat China 3-2. So there's a close game, and winning these two titles gave them, doubles #1 rank worldwide, and it was amazing.
No, I mean this is incredible because we started seeing how incredible the doubles team was between Im Jong-un and Shin Yu-bin because during it was the Paris Olympics where they won the bronze medal, right?
Right. And also they never won a WTT Smash event before because this is a premier tournament series, and this is first time winning this tournament. And like you said, table tennis is often described as China's national sports. And they have been maintaining this overwhelming dominance in the sports for decades, especially for singles. Male or female singles, if you look at the world top 10 rank, like 7 or 8 of them are almost always Chinese, sometimes Japanese, sometimes Korean, but it's dominated by Chinese players all the time. But doubles are slightly different because it requires not only just individual skills, but teamwork, communication, tactical coordination. So sometimes we won, we topped China time to time, and this time it just happened.
But you know the thing about Biagi, there is a reason why we call her Biagi and why we are such big fans of Shin Yubin, especially I guess our age, because you've seen her when she was young, right? Star King. She came out on Star King.
She came out on Star King. She came out on Infinite Challenge as well. In Infinite Challenge, when there is a spaceman special, she defeated against all the aliens when the members of
But was that when she was young though?
That was when she was like 9 or 11.
When she came out in Star King, I wish, Pini, if you could find the picture of Shin Yubin at Star King when she was really
6
young.
or 7 or something.
She
like
was
that.
so young, so cute.
Yeah.
And that's where everyone saw her first, and then it's kind of like how we see Lee Gang-in, right?
Right. When
We saw
she was
Shutori.
first in Shutori, and then he was only like 6 or 7, and now he's the representative of the national player.
Yeah, and so because we seen them as a kid, like a little kid, and then Shin Yubin was someone we saw on television with Star King as this little girl who was going to be like the next big thing, and then she's
Star King, by the way, guys, is the reality TV show where the extraordinary citizens show up and they show their extreme talents.
we actually have our producer found the actual clip of when Shin Yubin came out.
Yeah, that's I think
on
when she was
Star
6
King.
or 7.
Like,
Look how cute she is.
안녕 너무 귀여워 어머 쭈쭈바람 들고 나왔네
안녕하세요. 저는
5 years old.
입니다. 밥보다 친구들보다 탁구가 좋아.
You know the story behind this
밥이
though?
좋아 탁구가 좋아
You know she was crying.
그럼 이
And
아이스크림이
so
좋아
apparently she was
탁구가
like,
좋아.
she's only
She
5 years
looks
old.
like she's crying.
호동이
though.
아이씨가 좋아
She was taking a
탁구가
nap.
좋아?
Yeah.
And they woke her up, and she was like crying, and then they had to buy her ice cream to cheer her up, and that's why she looks like she's not in a very good mood right now.
우리를 같은 운동선수네? 우리랑
And also Kang Ho-dong can be very scary.
Exactly.
This is, guys, this little girl who likes Pororo became a champion. This is remarkable here.
Exactly, and then now she returned to world top ranking 10.
Wow.
So, because before that, she wasn't feeling well, she wasn't doing great, so she fell down to rank 12, rank 17th, and she claimed the world top 10 rank again. So, just victory in the doubles just gave her, that much more points. So, she's just doing great.
The thing is that, while we are seeing the success of Shin Yubin and other table tennis stars too, the thing is that while China did dominate table tennis for a long time, it was also a very popular sport here in South Korea.
Right, especially early 1980s and 1990s.
Yeah.
So, it started from England officially in 1901 because they set up some sort of federation. But in Korea, it was first introduced in 1924. And it was called 핑퐁 경기 대회. So it's a ping pong, whatever, the
Match competition. Yeah.
And then we started participating in an international event in Asian game in 1950s. And it became the first official segment in 1988 Seoul Olympic.
And that was the one where was it Yu Nam-gyu won the gold medal.
Exactly. So you can take a picture. I prepared a picture where Yu Nam-gyu, one of the famous player who dominated obviously the table tennis scene. That's when Yu Nam-gyu actually won back in 1988 in Seoul Olympics. Next year, Hyun Jung-hwa, another star player.
That's the name that always pops up for me.
She's a legendary player,
Yeah.
and she won another gold medal in the World Championship. Again, World Championship.
But let's go back to Star King because Shin Yubin, 5-year-old Shin Yubin actually meets Hyun Jung-hwa.
Yeah, and then they played against each other.
And Hyun Jung-hwa, I believe, is just completely awed by the skill of a 5-year-old. I mean, this is a 5-year-old kid, and here it is. This is Hyun Jung-hwa later on. At 5 years, I can't do that.
보여주고 있는데요.
And she's barely over the table is the funny thing.
경찰들이 그런 기준과 전문가분이 보는 기준
Wow.
리듬을 탄다.
Rallying. Oh,
위로
wow.
시선을 올리는데
Look at the
지금
balance.
간다간다.
나
This is so crazy. In the smash. Whoa.
Wow. You know the age difference? That's like Michael Jordan giving a lesson to LeBron James.
It's even more than that. Are you kidding me? Michael
Exactly.
Jordan and LeBron James?
Yeah, it's about the same age. I
Is it
think.
the same age?
She's probably about the same age, I think.
She must be like
Because
about
she now is about 59.
59.
Yeah. And
she's
then-
21.
And she's 21. So
No, it's more.
it's a bit more
It's
than that.
it's
yeah,
like Michael Jordan and Wemby. Maybe like
more,
that.
yeah, that's like that. It's
Yeah,
like
Michael
that.
Jordan and
Michael
Wemby,
Jordan and Wemby. It's
basically.
about Hakeem Olajuwon and Wemby. They actually had the that session.
Yeah.
Therapy session.
So, guys, I mean, again, and which is why, because of the success of the table tennis in the
Mm-hmm.
88 Olympics and the 89 the World Champions, when Korea does well in a sport, Koreans tend to get really involved in the sport, and that's
Mm-hmm. Right.
why like there's so many like table tennis centers like set up all over Korea.
That sort of ignited the fire of table tennis because, well, I'm going to talk about it a little bit later,
Yeah,
maybe after the music break, why it got fired. But then that winning the Olympic, that definitely gave, ignited the fire in Korean table tennis scene.
Yeah, for sure,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. We're gonna continue to talk about again table tennis in Korea, but first, this is Cherry Bullet with Takugong Ping Pong. Back in the studio with Ki Kim for Sports Culture Lab, we're talking about table tennis and what made table tennis so popular. Again, the success in the 88, the 89 major events. But let's talk about some other historic moments.
So in 1991 World Table Tennis Championship in Chiba, Japan, what happened was we first, for the first time in history, we made a united team with North Korea.
Yeah.
So we call it 단일 team. So all of a sudden we had to make a unified flag, and then we had to decide what song, what theme we're gonna play. So that's the picture right there. Hyun Jung-hwa and then a North Korean team player all together playing in 1991, and then we won against Team China again. So that was amazing, and we even made a movie about it.
Korea, it was called Korea, right? With
Korea.
Ha Jin-won and Bae Duna.
In English title is As One.
And that's the flag. That's the unified flag that we
Yeah.
often see. But there's an interesting story with this. Apparently, those two really worked together well
Yeah.
to win it. And as they had to separate, and apparently they promised each other, hopefully we'll see each other again.
Yeah.
And apparently after that tournament, they were never able to see each other.
No, that's why it was well portrayed in the movie poster. If you look at it.
Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
and they're gonna see each other. They will eventually see again. Because after that, Hyun Jung-hwa actually played a very important role with the Ministry of Unification to go
Yeah.
back there and to actually see each other again, which never took place, unfortunately. But they really wanted to see. But then they said 이런 작별이 있어. 편지할게, 전화할게, 또 만나자는 말도 못해. I can't send you a letter. I can't call you. I can't say I will see you again.
You have to do that in your voice acting. 이런 작별이 어디 있어? 전화할게. 편지할게도. 또 만날게는.
That's how you won your wife? 이런 작별이 어딨어? 편지할게도 전화할게도 또 만나자는 말도 못해.
Anyways, it's a very. I'm sorry to make a very emotional movie into a joke here, but it's very emotional. And just I just saw like the documentary of this.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing here. But
We don't even know she's still alive.
that's the thing. That's the
'Cause,
thing. And I
mean,
remember-
Hyun Jung is really still active
Yeah.
with a table tennis scene. So hopefully, she gets to meet in a couple of decades.
So
while
that
she's
was
still
the
alive.
big question with the documentary was when they were interviewing her. She was like teary eyed, was saying that she wants to meet her again. He wants to meet her again, and she doesn't. She heard nothing of her afterwards.
I actually met her and I actually interviewed her, Hyun Jung-hwa, because I was working for Ministry of Unification for my military service. So I actually met her, and then she still missed her because that was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
She was working hard to actually talk again with her. So, yeah.
So we are mentioning how again with the success, and especially with this story, I mean, table tennis just blew up, right? But
Right.
here's the thing, though: there are certain places that really helped table tennis become a popular recreational sport if you're a Korean?
Well, okay, let's be honest. Back in the early 1980s,
Yes.
we're not one of the richest or wealthiest country.
No.
Right? But then table tennis, you don't need much space,
Mm-hmm.
right? So all you need is a table, a net,
yes.
and this sort of a racket.
Guys, he made. This is the other artistic Ki Kim that I said. He actually made his own table tennis racket. He made two types, and there's a reason why there's two types.
We'll talk about
that later on.
So it's it's very affordable, right? And also another thing is it's not that hard to learn, so you can pick it up really quick. And then if you can have a rally, you know it doesn't matter how old you are. You just saw a 5-year-old playing against 60-year-old, So anyone, we call it 남녀노소가 즐길 수 있다, meaning boys, girls, and elderly, younger generation, they can all join together.
I think mastering is very difficult. Like becoming really, really good is difficult. But to be just good enough to enjoy it is not hard.
No. And then also, regardless of the weather.
Yes.
Even because it's indoor sports, right? You can, of course, you can play outside, and then you see a table tennis. Like you go to a mountain, right? For example, on the park nearby your house, then there had to be table tennis.
Not so much anymore, but it's usually indoors and it's perfect. And then like my father-in-law, I talk to him all the time. It's hot. He's in Daegu. Daegu's even hotter.
Right.
So indoor sports, table tennis, always popular everywhere. But my dad told me that he learned to play table tennis in the military.
Everything is in the military. Everything's in the military. So normally, two of the main places you would see table tennis is normally one in the church, and
That's
the other
where I
one
learned.
is the other one is in military, right? So so you go to military, then during the the breaking hours, normally the soldiers would get together and then play. The casual table tennis, you lose. Sometimes you buy a cigarette box back in those days to your seniors or your juniors, right? And then you go to church. And one of the culture about Korean church is it's like family oriented sort of thing. It's like family. So they also play the table tennis together. And then, like you said, we don't see that much of table tennis centers anymore within Seoul. But if you go to suburban area, you see something like this on the picture that I show you. That's actually there's always a computer or kiosk nearby. This 24-hour unmanned table tennis center. So you go there, and then you can pay certain money.
No,
and
it's
you can play.
cheap.
Yeah,
It's cheap.
It's
I mean,
only like $3 an hour or something like that.
You really don't need anything. I mean, you borrow the racket there. They have the balls there.
You can bring your own, of course.
Yeah. Obviously, you could bring your own if you have all that stuff. But it's funny with church because even like New York with like the Korean churches.
Yeah.
Like a pastor from another church, bigger church, came to our church to help us like build even more.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "How do you guys not have a table tennis table?" I'm like, "We're a small church." It's like every church has a table. And then our head pastor went to the sports authority, bought a table tennis, and that's
then one of
everything
those
started.
foldable nowadays.
It was the
Yes,
foldable
one.
ones.
Yeah.
It was the foldable ones that we could use, and like everybody started learning. That's how I picked up table tennis. But even with like what is it, the apartment complexes now here in Korea, the bigger apartment complexes, and watch our producer say his apartment has a table tennis. Watch, he's gonna say this later on to talk about how good Dongtan is, and. All community centers in the apartment complexes have table tennis.
Right. You go to, because nowadays bigger apartment complex has fitness centers or even some basketball courts or anything. But then they do have table tennis. And then if you look at the records, the Korean, the authority, they took a survey, and then they talk about 동호회, the communities, right? The most sports that played by 동호회 community was. Obviously, anyone can get this 축구, soccer, or futsal. That accounted for about 20%.
Okay.
The second was badminton, which accounted for 12%.
Wow.
Third was table tennis.
Really?
With 10%. About 1 million joined the 동호회 community.
Because think about it, guys. Like you don't like any gender, any age. Anybody could play this sport, and it's a really like I don't know if you guys know this, but it's a really good exercise. Like you have to move around a lot,
right? Especially when you play single.
Yeah.
I mean double. You have to be a bit expert to play double because you don't play like it's not like tennis. Tennis, anybody can play, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but the rule for the doubles for the table tennis, once let's say we are on the same team, right? We have to take in turns.
Yeah.
So it's a bit tougher to play double. But if you play single, it's a really good exercise.
But here in Korea, that if you go to those community centers, like 99% of the time they're playing doubles because there's not enough tables.
Right.
So they're saying like you have to share the tables, and so like I was asking my father, and again my father-in-law is very active. Like he's like a big sports guy, and he's been into table tennis, and he goes, "Oh no, we only play doubles because there's only 6 tables." I was like, "Only 6 tables? That's a lot of tables." He said, but it's still not enough.
Yeah, because think about it. The 6 table, you can have 24 people, but there are 50 people waiting.
Yeah,
outside.
exactly.
So back in college, because I went to college in Japan, right? Japan, the table tennis is also popular. So every weekend there's a Korea versus Japan match, like Korean student versus Japan match. So when I play, then I hear 대한민국, and then there's a Japanese people going Nippon. This is crazy.
Halsey says, and it's not dangerous. Well, you never played with me. Just play double with me. You might get smacked in the head with this. Anyways, we'll continue to talk about some cultural aspects of table tennis. There's a lot of really fun one. You know, we talked about the movie Korea, where it depicts, again, the inter-Korean table tennis, women's table tennis doubles. This is an original soundtrack from that very movie. This is Lee Jung-ah with Starlight.
During the break, when was the last time you played table tennis?
Oh my goodness, so long ago, actually. It must be at least like 8 years.
8 years?
9 years ago.
For me, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. I took a break. I went down to, it was a recently built hotel, like Korean antique hotel. It was pretty popular. And they even had the table tennis for the recreational purpose.
Yeah,
So
not surprised.
So I played there, and then, man, it was hard to play.
No, the last time I went drinking with somebody, and I ate a little bit too much, and I'm like, I gotta burn this off.
Yeah.
And then there was a table tennis center like right next door. And so let's go. And then like 1 hour of playing table tennis, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Everything's digested. I go, all right, let's go round 2.
Round two.
Round 2 afterwards. And so, you bet, and then you go, whoever wins, buys next round and stuff like that. But let's talk about some distinctive features of Korean table tennis culture.
Well, I wrote it here, but then I don't think that was just only for table tennis. We're very aggressive.
Yeah.
We are very competitive. We can never afford to lose. So any sports we play, we're very competitive, aggressive. So when we play, we use a lot of smash. And if you remember, guys, 1박 2일, that's one of the variety shows with Kang Ho-dong in early 2000. They played a lot of table tennis, and you can see they're sneaky about it. To win the game.
That's the thing about Koreans is like everybody knows how to play table tennis.
Yeah.
Like it's just like in our DNA.
And then once you grab, there's a reason why I brought these 2 types of mock-up of the racket, is because depending on how your grip is, you know how old you are.
Yes. That's the thing though, like it would have been funny if you just brought this one.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 different rackets.
Right.
Right? And so when you, me, our producer says he didn't, but I know he did, how do we learn table tennis?
Right. So we have this the wooden pipe sticking out in the middle of the racket. So this is called a pen hold grip. So
Because it looks like it's holding a pen.
Right.
Yeah.
This is how I learned. But nowadays, people use this shake hand grip.
Yeah.
That's because you're shaking hands, right? Like it looks a bit more like a real tennis.
Yeah. So I mean, this is really funny because like that's how I learned to play table tennis first. Is I do the pen grip, but then I came to Korea and everything was switched to the shake hand grip.
There's ups and downs because this one you can do more spin balls, and then you can respond to any sort of ball. Whereas for the pen hold grip, you can have much stronger strokes and smash.
That's why, like Key was pointing out that when he was watching the Star King with the Shin Yu-bin and Hyun Jong-un, Hyun Jong-un holds it with the pen holder.
Pen hold grip.
Shin Yu-bin does it with the shake hands.
Shake hands, yeah.
And so that's where you see like the generation. I do the shake hand now because like it's just so much more comfortable than the pen holder.
I still have to do this.
But it's because that's how we were taught when we first played. I mean, that was the old style.
밀어, 올리는 게 아니야. 밀어, push.
Halsey says shake hand looks more comfortable. again, for me, it's more comfortable. But there is pros and cons. But even the professionals now, they don't do pen holders now.
No, they don't do it anymore because
Yeah.
there's way more spin balls nowadays.
Yeah, there's so much more spin, and it's hard to kind of defend on a spin with the pen holders here. But gambling here in Korea is illegal.
Illegal.
However, friendly bets.
Yeah.
Friendly bets are always fun.
I mean, we do the same thing. We were talking about screen golfing the other day. We were golfing. We do sometimes do that too. Okay, whoever wins will buy a dinner next time, or we'll buy a lunch or something, right? We're the same thing. We do the same thing for the table tennis as well. Okay, it's a hot summer day. Okay, whoever wins will buy an ice cream, right, or iced coffee, right?
Yep.
So that became a really, really big thing, because it's small things, makes you happy, right? And it also gives a bit of more competition. So that also gave the popularity of this table tennis for a lot of Korean citizens.
No, I think that's like the big thing of like Korean sports culture is that, I mean, again, it's not money going back and forth. I mean, that's illegal. But just to make it more of like a communal...
Interesting.
Yeah, and like you mentioned like community, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a community thing. It's like, it's a group thing. And... big part of sports, like even with baseball, what happens after we finish playing baseball? We go eat afterwards.
Yeah, we go eat, and we have a chimek.
Right, or chimek.
All right, thinking of table tennis. Let's say we all go to table tennis like Commute Center right now, right after the show.
Yes.
Who do you think is going to win?
Who's going to win?
You, me, or Buyong, or engineer? Hey guys, listeners, vote for it. Who do you think is going to win?
So, I'm not bad.
You're not bad. Okay.
I'm not bad, but
And you're athletic too.
but our producers live longer than us.
Oh, you're gonna put it that way.
No. So
All right.
no. But he was around when like it was very popular.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. So
I'm
we
not
call
saying
it-
he's old. I'm
we
saying
call
like
it. We call it. He has more 구력. Yeah.
Like 90s was when it was really popular, but like when in the 90s I was a little bit too young to play table tennis.
It was about skills too, not just about the stamina, but same thing with the golf. It doesn't matter how far you can hit the ball, but it's also about the spinning. It's about the skill. So
No, because my dad could beat me in table tennis. He's so much better. My father-in-law could kill me in table tennis. It's just every time I ask him, he says it was just so big during the 80s and 90s that they were playing all the time. But now, can we say that the popularity of table tennis has declined a lot compared to the past, right?
Right, because nowadays people have more to enjoy. There's climbing, there's a fitness center, very different hobbies, and nowadays a lot of people do this. The new racket sports called pickleballs.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a tennis. It's not.
It's like tennis racquetball with tennis,
plastic
basically.
ball, sort of things. And a lot of people actually do that nowadays because it's easier. So people do that. But then it's gaining momentum again with Shin Yoo-bin and Im Jong-un winning this competition. And recently there's this guy, or this boy, another newcomer.
Oh, really?
Named Kang Si-hyuk. He's only a fourth grader. And he won this President's Cup national championship, whereas another normally only sixth grader wins, the championship because obviously they're way older, right?
Yeah.
But this Kang Si-hyuk guy is the next Shin Yoo-bin because he's only fourth grader and he won the President's championship. So if you look at the picture, the thing is he's a left-hander. He's very well. He's well skilled. He knows how to manage the game. So. Yeah,
Wow,
we're looking forward to him.
A lefty.
We're looking forward to him, really, because we've never seen a fourth grader winning against sixth grader because their physicality is way better. They play the ball, obviously, a couple more years.
No, I hope there's more coverage into this because even with Shin Yoo-bin, after she came out in Star King, obviously there was a lot of interest in her for briefly, and then we just didn't know what happened. And then when she became, I think, like a middle schooler.
Yeah.
She started coming out in competitions. High school, she started getting really big, right? This is when she's like in the Olympics and stuff like that. And now where she is.
Time.
All right, looking forward to that, really. But anyways, table tennis, great sport, guys. Check it out. Thank you very much for this. Have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you again next week.
I'll see you next week.
And sending them out of studio, I can't believe they played a song with these two. They broke up. Hyuna and Don with Ping Pong.